What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a fired WWE wrestler retires from wrestling, hashtag speaking out updates and new accusers, accusations against Paige's mother's wrestling school, Sammy Guevara releases a video apology, as Matt Riddle already lost his push, The Undertaker talks ribbing AJ Styles, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But now let's hit the intro and get straight into the news. Now our first story looks at a fired WWE wrestler retiring from wrestling. Now former Riot Squad member Sarah Logan has announced she is leaving wrestling. Logan recently shared the following message on her Instagram account. "A lot has changed in my life recently and I have stepped away from wrestling for the foreseeable future. Wrestling is all I've known since I was 17, so it's time I let myself focus on other things and explored other parts of myself. My Instagram is going to be different, but I promise it will always reflect me." According to Wrestling News, Logan has been training for MMA and a career there shouldn't be ruled out. Next up, Speaking Out updates and more accusations. Speaking Out accusations continue to be, as well as statements from the accused denying said accusations. Austin Theory and Darby Allin are two of the latest individuals being accused of misconduct. Others have included Marty Scurll, Austin Aries, and Dave Lagana have discussed the allegations. While Marty Scurll has admitted to some wrongdoing, he had apologized for making various people unsafe within the wrestling community. Also, Austin Aries has denied any allegations against him, saying, "Contrary to what some believe, the Austin Aries character that I portray and the man that I am are not one and the same." Now more than ever, making this distinction is important. Daniel Healy Sowell Jr., the man that I am, condemns misconduct of all forms and is here to join others in speaking out. "I have nothing to hide. I'm here to listen and I'm here to talk. I want that responsibility because ultimately that's what will help me become a better person and help me leave this world and the pro wrestling universe a better place. I've seen and heard a lot in my 2 decades involved with pro wrestling that I'm not okay with. As products of our environment, it seems that we have an opportunity to finally change that environment for the better. I'm all for it and I'm all in. If I was ever part of the problem, please know the sincerest apology I can offer is to be part of the solution." Now, instead of going through all of these allegations and apologies, we will leave links in the description down below. Next up, accusations against Paige's mother's wrestling school. Another accusation has come to light, as Wrestling News is reporting that Paige's mother, Soraya Knight, aka Julia Hammer, is being accused of misconduct. Retired NXT UK star Charlie Morgan is one of many people who are accusing Knight and her wrestling school, World Association of Wrestling, of multiple accounts of wrongdoing. Hammer has denied the accusation and issued a statement refuting the allegations via her Facebook page. She has since deleted her Twitter account and has now quit the pro wrestling business. Next up, Sammy Guevara releases a video apology. Sammy Guevara has taken to social media to apologize for the remarks he made against Sasha Banks during an interview several years ago, statements that led AEW to suspend Guevara indefinitely. Now he's released a video apology regarding his comments about Sasha. Here's an excerpt of what Sammy had to say.
I just want to apologize to anybody I let down, to Sasha, to anybody I hurt with my words. It just sucks because 2016 me is not me today. 2020 me would never say those kind of hurtful things that I did in 2016. I used to think it was funny to do some kind of shock humor to pop the room I'm in, but so much has happened to me in 4 years, and one of the things that's happened is me growing, man, as a person. I understand now that the words I say can impact people more than I'll ever understand. They can hurt people more than I'll ever realize. And that's why you will not catch me saying these kind of hurtful things now in 2020. And just know whenever I do come back, I will be better. I'm going to do sensitivity training and I'm going to be a better version of myself. And so again, sorry for anybody I let down. And to Sasha and to anybody I hurt. I will be back. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you when I see you.
Sammy mentioned he will be attending sensitivity training and taking a sabbatical from social media. And next up, has Matt Riddle lost his push? Our wrestling fans were expecting to see Matt Riddle battle AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship after the original Bro pinned Styles in a non-title match. However, the WWE announced that Drew Gulak will challenge Styles for the belt on the 26th June SmackDown. According to Ringside News, the plan was AJ Styles versus Drew Gulak all along. The IC title match has nothing to do with Matt Riddle's accusations. Some fans are saying Gulak getting the IC title match means Riddle's push is done. The two things have nothing to do with each other. Now, Matt Riddle has denied the accusations against him, and as we reported in a previous video, the WWE was apparently aware of the claims against Riddle long before they went public. So it's safe to say his push is going to be unaffected unless some criminal charges have been put forward. Next, the Performance Center stalker has been arrested. Armando Alejandro Montavlo, aka the Performance Center stalker, has been arrested. It's down to the latest incident involving this individual who has been a persistent and unwanted presence. According to Wrestling News' Andrew Ravens, the arrest happened on Monday night. According to the Orange County jail records, he was booked on one misdemeanor charge of trespassing on property after warning. In fact, Montavlo was live streaming on Facebook when the arrest happened. By watching the stream, he ended up running from deputies after being confronted. Now, this is just the latest incident from Montavlo, and the WWE's attorneys have been working hard to get him barred from the area with no success. Whether any legal action will deter Montavlo seems unlikely given his repeated visits to the area. Next up, The Undertaker talks what happens if he comes back. Now, The Undertaker has made it clear that he's retired from the ring, but as fans know, never say never. Speaking with Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso, physically it's becoming harder and harder to do what I do. My mind is saying yes, but my body is saying slow your roll. There's got to be a time where I step aside. It's a lot on my body to work, even the limited schedule that I do. I still have young children. I need to think about them too. I can't do things I used to do, but if my name is on the card, my goal is to try and go out and steal the show. I can't go out and perform half-ass, otherwise I'm cheating somebody. Ultimately, I will be the one to make that decision. As fans worth their salt knows, only time will tell when it comes to whether The Undertaker has retired or not. The beautiful thing about The Undertaker's retirement is that he did not lose a retirement match as Shawn Michaels did. So if he does take time off and step back into the ring for one night only, it will be a huge event and most likely a huge draw. Next up, Arn Anderson talks stealing the DDT and Dark Side of the Ring appearance. Arn Anderson recently gave fans a chance to ask him questions about his storied career with a number of interesting questions and equally interesting answers. When asked if he stole the DDT from Jake the Snake Roberts, Arn Anderson replied, "We all stole it from Jake. It's one of those things. For me, I saw it as an opportunity to have a move that had kill shot ramifications. You can get to it out of anywhere, which made it interesting for me. A spinebuster you can smell coming. A DDT can literally come from anywhere, and that's what I like about it. Jake got it over, we all owe him for that, and I was not ashamed at all to steal it from him." When asked if he'd ever appear on the Dark Side of the Ring to discuss his scissors melee with Sid Vicious, Arn answered, "No. Sid and I have had conversations and we have moved past that. It is closed for conversation purposes." Next up, MSG Honors the Undertaker. Tributes continue pouring in for The Undertaker, with Madison Square Garden posting a video tribute on its LED screen. The Mecca of professional wrestling tweeted a photo of the display with the following message: "Delivering 30 years of legendary moments at the world's most famous arena. #ThankYouTaker." The Phenom has had some great moments in the Garden, not to mention numerous other venues. And finally, The Undertaker talks ribbing AJ Styles. And last but not least, The Undertaker may have wrestled his last match, but he decided to have some fun with his final opponent. During the final episode of the highly acclaimed Last Ride Limited series, The Undertaker talked about how he decided to have fun with Styles before the match actually happened. "I called up Vince, I tried to rib AJ. I said, look, I'm gonna do it, but I want you to call AJ for me. I want you to let him know that I'm gonna work Mania, but just tell him I'm gonna work with someone else." AJ Styles talked about Vince going in on the rib. "Vince," he goes, imitating Vince's voice, "Well, I talked to Taker and there's some kid in Tennessee he wants to get over and stuff like that." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "No, I'm serious, you probably need to call him." And then I called Taker. "Listen, there's this younger kid that I want to put over." I was like, "Bull crap, man. That's bull." So they tried to rib me, but come on. The WWE should do a series on some of the biggest ribs in WWE history, one that includes Owen releasing pigs in Vince McMahon's office. Whether or not it would make a PG rating could be problematic. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumors in wrestling. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.